be live. Thank the Lord. I wasn't sure if that was going to work, but it worked. Anyway, I still have to set a couple of things up because I'm an idiot. But I thought we may as well get started, let people sort of start seeping in, and then we can get going, if you get what I mean. But yeah, it should be an interesting one today. It's the start of the season. The season that we've had one episode of so far. So, you know, see how we sort of go. I mean, we did really well in the very first match. In that match, we managed to get a draw, which was very, very surprising because I did not expect it. In Europe, we do only have a European game coming up, but we are away from home in that game, so it's going to be a lot harder. But the only difference is we've got more new players, and those new players should hopefully make us better than we were before. So hopefully, my aim is to get a draw and take it to penalties. That is basically my aim of what to do. Whether it works out or not is a completely different question. Let me just post everywhere that I am now live. My phone is literally completely blowing up right now because I have just posted about my new job. So, so because I've posted about my new job, my entire feed is going mental on both Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's going wild, and I've decided to stream now. And I have then got a wrestling seminar at 7 o'clock. So this is only going to be like just under 2 hour stream, like it usually is. But I've decided to go MIA post and then go MIA. For like 3 hours, which is probably not the smartest of moves. So all my friends and family and work colleagues, etc., are probably going to get really annoyed at the fact that I've decided to post about my new job and then completely go MIA. But that's why I'm here. I'm here because ultimately this is the only time slot I could do, and I promised I would do Thursdays if I could, and I wasn't working, and I'm not working, so we're doing Thursdays. So yeah, this is the only time slot I could do. So we're here, we're existing, and everyone's probably going to be annoyed at the fact that I have decided to run away from all things life. But it's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. No one's going to know. No one's going to know. Everyone's going to just assume that I've just not looked at my phone, and I am looking at my phone, but my phone is blowing up, and I don't like it. And then I'm gonna test out whether I can post this on TikTok as well. So I would say everyone pose, but no one can see what you guys are doing. So there's me posing, and I'm gonna see whether you can post this on TikTok. On YouTube and Twitch. Isn't that exciting? I would stream on TikTok, but unfortunately I have to pay for that, and I'm not getting paid enough yet to be able to do that. So we are just gonna pretend that that's not happening. Can I post links on TikTok? I don't know if you can. This is a complete thingy for me. If I pasted the links, would the links work? I don't think they would work, would they? No, that would be very, very silly. That would be very, very silly, Connor. Yeah, I don't think it would work. By the looks of things, it wouldn't work. So unless someone magically knows how to post that you're streaming elsewhere on TikTok, unfortunately, that is going to have to be a next week problem. Instead, we can get started, because I think I've posted everywhere now that I'm on live. I'm pretty sure I have. So, you know, let's see if this works. So, yeah, everyone's happy. My phone is just going to continue blowing up, and that's going to be absolutely fine. As I've mentioned, if you are just walking in, I've just announced my new job. So, to my friends, family, and everything on social media. So, I'm getting messages non-stop. basically being like, oh my god, to which, yes, oh my god, but ultimately, ultimately, as oh my god as it is, I've decided to go MIA. So, make of that as you will. Right, let's put that away, and let's put my Twitch on my phone down here. Perfect. Oh, they've done an update. They've done a little update. Twitch have done a little update. So on my phone, isn't that amazing? Well, I guess isn't that nice? That seems very nice. So yeah, that seems lovely. So yeah, I mean, I would quite like. Can I? There we go. Just so I have an idea of what it looks like, I can then look down. Anyway, let's hope this works. It I didn't even check if I had set up the game properly. There we go. Right, as you can see, we drew our last game. We went 1-0 down. We managed to draw it. We managed to come away with a draw. And we now go into the second game at their stadium in the first qualifying round. Now, ultimately, they are just hoping for us to be competitive, which I feel like as long as we don't get blown away in this, we would be. There's a chance, though. There is a small little chance. Hello, Linus. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Hopefully, I am able to catch you up to speed with what is going on. We are currently the only game to have happened. I was hoping a few more would have happened so we can get the gist of what's happening. You know, you've got Burkakara, who have been really good as well in like in this group. As you can see, you've also got Gazara as well in there. Have we got any more Maltese teams? I think that should be it. I think we should only have 3 Maltese teams in this, so we can see how they sort of get along. I'm playing as Valletta FC. So, Valletta FC in the Maltese League. Over the last couple of seasons, we've done reasonably well if we go to the overview. So, so before us, they finished 7th, then and 7th before that as well. And then we came in and were 6th. And then we came 4th last year, qualifying us for the qualifying stages for the Europa Conference League. We were supposed to get blown out the water. That's what was supposed to happen. Instead, what happened is we drew. We managed to nick a draw. So maybe, just maybe, we can pull off a miracle. Maybe. I mean, it's a big maybe, but hopefully we can pull it off. At the moment, we've been told to work within the wage budget. We want to qualify for the Europa Conference League. Now, I did make that much harder. For a bit more money. And the reason why I needed more money is because they reduced our wage budget by over £3,000. Now, by basically asking for more and being like, we can achieve more, they've given us more spending. And as you can see, we are currently spending £8,000, but we are committed to spend £9,000. The reason for that is because we are still awaiting a couple of transfers to come in for us, including staff contracts. But basically, we are trying to rejig our team because our team has been ridiculed. We lost a lot of players in the summer, mainly because they were on big contracts and stuff like that. It's low, mate. Oh, it's low. What you don't realise is that basically we had it at 12,500, our finances. They wanted to lower it to 6,000. If we didn't qualify for the Europa Conference League, our wages would have ended up being £6,000. They would have halved it because our finances are so bad, like our club finances, and we're in debt already because we did take a bank loan and we haven't really been paying it off yet. So what we're hoping for is to get some income. That's why I'm so hyped up on making it to the next stage of the Europa Conference League. Despite the fact that we're not supposed to, not one single part of us should be, but I'm really hoping that we do, because at that point then, like, look, ultimately this team's not terrible, but, like, especially our defense is by far our best part. Like, Nico saved us. He literally scored a 94th minute winner to qualify us for the Europa League, for the Europa Conference League, sorry. But we just got this guy in who's very good. Overall, quite good. We are waiting one really good midfielder. Also, there was a couple of players who were unavailable. So our backup goalkeeper was unavailable, but he'll be available this time. This guy was unavailable. He'll be available this time. So we were waiting on one or two things to come through for us. And that was a big, big problem for us, was the fact that we literally had no one. So we've had to build from scratch, and we were not ready for this game. That's why it's such a big achievement, because we were not ready. Actively not ready. We've had friendly matches cancelled. Why? 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 Okay, I don't mind that, because that's still income and it doesn't cost us anything. So I don't necessarily mind that. There's loads of friendly matches being made, and I don't like it. But it's fine, because I don't really play the friendlies anyway, so it's not too bad. And if we make it to the next round of the Conference League, maybe we might have to cancel them anyway. So we've managed to get this centre-back in, who is an emergency backup centre-back. He has no wage other than his appearance fee if he does end up appearing for us. So I just think it's good to have as many people as possible as backups. I mean, do we need it? Or is this the psychopath in me thinking, do we need it? Ultimately, it harms us now to sign an emergency backup centre-back. Especially given the fact that if he doesn't play, it's fine. You're angry with the signing who looks surplus to requirements. You shouldn't be angry. He's literally costing us nothing. So don't be angry. It's all good. He's just going to train with us. This is all fine. He's 30 years of age. He's got a couple of good stats. He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine for us. Absolutely fine. Have we... Actually... Competition review... Do we have... Only another one more game has gone through. Are all the other games on the Thursday? All the other games on the Thursday. Brilliant! So, that's fine. We'll make do with that. I think I just saw that Frankfurt won it last time as well. But, I mean, we're not going to get that far. We'll be very lucky to get through the first stage. Let alone anything else. Right, we can bring in a few of our newbies. So our backup goalkeeper is a newbie. This out of contract. Why can't we? Right, we could only bring in one new player. Are you kidding me? Oh, I hate this. We weren't ready in time. We were not ready. So we're gonna have to say that this guy can play for us. We're only allowed one new player. Oh my god. That's not fun. Unless maybe... Is Grimmer worse than Sogo? Are we able to do... We're not able to do that. Brilliant. Right, so the only person we can bring in is that midfielder. Brilliant. Jesus Christ, this is going to be hard. As I said, this is going to be so difficult for us. So Sogo cannot be there. He can be there. We're then going to have to... I mean... This young kid is doing fine. Wonderful. 16 years of age. Wonderful. How are you? I'm good. I mean, we're getting close to breakdown territory. But apart from that, we're pretty good. We're pretty dandy. Maybe Daryl's the really bad one, right? So we'll take Daryl out and we'll bring this guy in. This guy can go here because he's better. And then I don't know who would be better at a deep line playmaker. I mean, I want my better players on the wing because the deep line playmaker is literally there as a body, so he can be our body, and we can move Sadiq up. Who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm a Liverpool fan personally. That's like I support Liverpool, but for caveat, like I am way more of a football fan than I am an individual club fan. I just love football in general. I'll watch any kind of football and enjoy myself. I mean, a big reason for that is probably betting. Please bet responsibly. But but yeah, I just enjoy. Oh, if this guy could have come in just beforehand. Sorry, I'm having a mini breakdown here. Accept. But yeah, I support Liverpool. Who do you support? And that goes for everyone else in the chat as well. It'd be good to know. I mean, I'm sure no one supports. I'm sure no one supports Valletta FC here. Ipswich. Oh, nice. I do like Ipswich. I've got nothing against Ipswich. They're a nice team. I mean, I don't know how they're doing in the Championship at the moment, but I can't believe we've just gotten this. What nationality is this? We've just got a new bloke from a random country. Brilliant. That's great. Are we able to redo that squad registration? Please. Right. Ooh. Maybe we can do this. If we just sneak all of these players back in. Maybe that can work. Just beat our rivals for the first time in 16 years. Started rough, but now we're picking up results. I think we're 8th. I mean, that's decent, to be fair. I mean, you can't really complain about that. I mean, ultimately, being 8th in the Championship is like being like 12th in the Premier League. It's brilliant. Actually, that's a terrible comparison. Being 8th in the Championship is like being 4th in the Premier League. Like, it's much better than it comes across. Annoyingly, we can't bring that really good midfielder in. So we just got to hope we can do it with what we've got. Just got an ad. I do apologise that you've managed to get an ad really, really quickly. I don't mean for it to happen. I set this up ages ago. I understand. And you're back. Awesome. Yes, I am excited for FM26. The more I hear of it, the more excited I get. Is the best way of putting it. In the fact that I truly believe that it is going to be a great game. I think it had to be a great game, given the fact that they cancelled the last one. But I do think it will be really, really good. Won't be getting it until Christmas. Honestly, mate, I think I'm gonna have to get it on my credit card because, as I sort of mentioned at the start of the stream, I've just gotten a new job. Because I've gotten a new job in the transition between the two jobs, I'm not getting paid the right amount, so I missed the pay bracket for the new job, so I'm gonna get paid a lot at the end of November. So what that means is that basically for the entirety of November, I'm probably going to be struggling, so I'm probably going to have to put it on my credit card and deal with the consequences later. Our under-21s manager has gone to a new club. I am very happy for him, but that does mean that we are going to have to replace him. So, fully excited in the fact that I've just seen our news from it. Oh, that's very good. I mean, if you can keep hold of him, if you can keep hold of him, that's brilliant for yourself. But it could be difficult to hold on to him because I think they'll all know, won't they, on the game. I might need to get my notepad out here because we're unfortunately for you guys going to have to boringly. Bless me. Anyone join during those sneezes, they're going to be like, what in the world is going on? But we're going to need to replace So we're going to need a new coach, a new scout, and we're going to need a new under-21s manager. So we need a new under-21s manager, a coach, and a scout. That's what we need to keep us going. Yes, it was Zheng. Why do you know Zheng? How do you know Zheng? How do you know Zheng? How? Before I even show you him, how I've used him. He has been a beast for me, right? Zheng might not have the best statistics in the world, but what you may not know about Zheng is Zheng played for me for 2 years. Zheng is 44 years of age. Zheng played for me at the age of 44. Oh, he's not. He's not awful. He is one of the best. He's one of the best signings I have ever had on the game. He has single-handedly carried the club for 2 years. Single-handedly. I did not realise that Zheng played in the Championship. That would explain. He's played in the Premier League. This is all brand new information. I've never looked this far down. Jesus Christ. No. He has been a revelation for this club. Maltese football has never been the same. 9 goals and 3 assists in 25 games. Try and beat that. Yes, all of his 9 goals were penalties, but that's not the point. 3 Player of the Match awards at the age of 44. At the age of 40, but unbelievable player. Unbelievable. People didn't know how to handle him. He was that good. Even didn't have a clue. Right. What was I doing? I was looking at staff, wasn't I? Under 21s manager. In the 5th tier, I managed to get Trevino. Oh, okay. Okay. That will help. I won't lie. Manager. Oh, okay. We were already looking at managers, were we? It's good to know. Interested in doing it. Was like we were already looking and just didn't do it. He's decent. He's bad, so we don't want that one. And he's decent. And he's Maltese. Let's get him. Also got another Chinese old man as well. Don't remember his name. To be honest, it's not even a terrible thing that you don't remember his name. Like, the fact that we do remember these people's names is probably quite sad of ourselves, to be honest. Yeah, that's... can you go down to 120 because we're struggling financially? Thank you very much. But that will be our new under-21s manager. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. First team, and we need it to be a coach. If we pick... And we need coach roles. I think we just need a coach. Let's just... I actually also managed to sign a little FM former Wonder Kid. To be fair, like, if you can get Wonder Kids, it takes some doing, but like, if you can get them, like, oh, Pato, I vaguely remember Pato from a few years ago. Very vaguely remember Pato. I mean, none of these are great. Maybe we go down to 6 and go up an attribute. So this guy seems decent. So in terms of motivating and stuff like that, he's decent. I mean, he seems like he would be a decent coach for us. And Hackle Master. I don't recognise that name. That's a name I don't recognise. That is a name I don't recognise as much. But I recognise the other one instantly. Pato, I remember everyone trying to get him. Yeah, I think the best... he was a Moroccan AC Milan Wonderkid. Oh, was he? Oh, fair enough. Oh, boy. We're not going to get him, are we? Nope. I mean, we really do need to set our standards a little bit lower. Maybe any of these. Let's have a quick scour through. You're decent. Who are you wanted by? Floriana. Of course you are. Now I'm doing a Valletta save. What country is that in? I might be being absolutely thick right now, but like, what country is that in? Portugal. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, this guy just looks really happy. Can we sign the really happy man? We can sign the really happy man. Can we sign him for nothing? Yes, we can. Right, and then all we need is a scout, and we are happy people. Used to be one of the best Portuguese. Oh, so you're doing a classic build from the bottom type ordeal where you're building a club from nothing to from a fallen giant back to the top ordeal. But the club had a split, two clubs of. Oh wow, I mean, that's quite an interesting story, to be fair. That's a very interesting story, actually. Very like AFC Wimbledon-y, kind of. Okay, so he was the chief scout. He's not going to move for us. What are we looking for here? We want adaptability and judging player ability. I mean, that's decent. That's very good. Adaptability is not so good. Adaptability is amazing on him. Jesus, Mary wept. And you, yeah, if we can get this guy as a scout, woof. Whoa! Once a major for one of Portugal's big four with a league title and the club faced financial crisis, sold them to stay. That's certainly having to start at the lowest levels. Despite the setback, the club has worked its way up and recently had promotion back to the professional second division. That is a very good story, to be fair. That is a very good like Road to Glory type series to do. That's like very, very good. That's something I would expect a YouTuber to sort of come up with. Like, it's that good of a story. Right, we've managed to sign hopefully some new ones. Floriana have signed a new manager. Floriana just won the league. I swear they just won the league. And the other team that stayed in the top flight have now gone bankrupt. Oh, that is sad. That's really sad. Yeah, he did win the league. He just left. He left the club. What a statement that is. I'm going to win you the league, and then I'm just going to leave the club. That is hilarious. Right, let's... This is great for us. Put arm around. Okay, to be fair, our mentoring groups must be updated. Because there's going to be some really good players that can develop off of who we've got. No, the one that went bankrupt is the bad side. The one that forced the team. Yeah, true, but it's still sad for the fans. You know, it's still sad for the fans of that club. You know, like I don't want to see any side get bankrupt. Like yes, that's great. Like, and you know, I want to see I'd want to see the team doing badly in terms of them getting relegated, not in terms of there's no longer a club around, because ultimately that's a group of fans that have lost their club. But yeah, I mean it's a shame no matter what, really. I think from what my Portuguese friends who told me about it said that the bad side. I get that they're quite hated, but they're going to be quite hated by everyone that's not a supporter of the club. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's. I mean, there's no real comparison, but like there are a lot of clubs in English football that are hated by everyone that's not fans of that club. So he wants to discuss personal matters. It's literally, I will include you. You'll be registered at the next opportunity. Trust me. I guess, yeah, kind of, yeah. Like, you know, if you don't like the club, like, you're still gonna, if you're a supporter of the club, you're still gonna love the club, type of deal. He's now our new assistant. That's great. Finances are still great. I say they're not great. That's a complete lie. But yeah, like it's sort of in that vein of if you're not a supporter of the club, you're gonna hate it. I'm good, thank you. How are you, Subatomic? How are you doing? Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming into the stream. I do appreciate it. We are edging very, very close to our next match in the Europa Conference League qualifying stage. So, I don't like the fact that they're linked with a striker and they are top of the league. Do not like that. But yeah, so we're edging very close to that. Ultimately, I mean, why? What? I don't remember getting this guy. Angry with the signing. It looks, yeah. They don't really like a lot of my signings. It's almost as if we've got an entirely different club. It's not club, but you get what I mean. Entirely different squad. Yeah, my current save just got promoted from the third tier, won league semi-final of the cup, and we got a golden generation. That's great. I mean, you're smashing it with that team, to be fair. On a brilliant start to your FM24 save, Real Betis. How is that? How is that save getting on? How is that save doing? How? I mean, we've got so many surplus to requirements, people. When it comes to, so that's another goalkeeper that we've got. So we can kind of send this kid back to the under-21s. We don't really need him. Grimmer, I mean, Grimmer can... I mean, we can kind of get rid of Grimmer at some point, basically, sooner rather than later. Who's going to be the first save of FM26? I actually don't know. That is something I really don't know. We're set to sign that scout. Brilliant. I really don't know. I always struggle with my first one. Excuse me. Didn't I just sign an under-21s manager? I swear I just signed an under-21s manager. Hey ho. Yeah, I never really know who I'm going to pick. It's sort of based off of vibes a lot. I quite often like to start in the Premier League. Just because I know the league and I know the players. So usually I like to start there, and then further on into the game, I like to start a save like this. Random country that I've sort of got an affiliation to, and then I'll care a lot about it. Well, I've played 11 games across all competitions. Considered just 6 goal and win every single game except for a goalless home draw against Real Madrid. That is very, very good. That is extremely good. That is something only I could ever wish for. If you are tuning into this stream for that reason of you're going to find really good, solid football managering, you are in the wrong stream. If you want to laugh at a man who hasn't got a clue what he's doing, then you're in the right stream. Have you seen the new nations being added? I actually haven't. I haven't seen the new ones being added. Like I haven't really looked too much into it. which is probably terrible of me, but I actively haven't looked too much into it. I almost just don't open the game and just see what sort of happens. Most notable results include 6-2 away from home against Villarreal, or 5 clean sheets in the league. That's very, very good. Yeah, that's very, very good for you, from yourself. Oh, we've managed to achieve registration really easily. That's great to see. Africa has more nations, I believe Egypt and Morocco. That's great. I mean, that'll become a great save ultimately, won't it? For people going down to the African leagues. That will actively become a really good save. For people, because I'm sure we're gonna find more fallen giants and stuff like that saves. It also helps if anyone does what I've just done. Africa is one of the lesser thought of confidence in FM, which sucks. It does suck, to be fair, given the fact that they are so, like, they can produce so many great players, and I think there's something really interesting about doing a save over there. So it would be nice to actually see a bit of highlight be put on that. Valletta set for European clash. Most likely outcome. See, we're supposed to lose this, but I'm hoping for a draw. I just think if we can get a draw, that'd be great. That'd be wonderful. Everyone's neglected the African North America leagues for a while now. Well, the North American leagues, the issue with that is because they are terrible. The way they do things is really bad over there. No, I got what you mean, Subatomic, if that helps. If that helps, I understood exactly what you meant. I wasn't. Otherwise, hey, it's fine. I got it. Mentally, I was there. I understood it. Right. Well, so yeah. So the first qualifying round. Only second leg match rules. Extra time played if scores are level after 90 minutes. Penalty shootout if scores are still... If I can send this to extra time, I'm very, very happy. I would be a very happy man. I feel like they could get some... Yeah, I do get that, but I guess it'd be case for demand. Obviously, the demand this time was for the women's leagues, which I'm very excited to see added. I think they're a great addition. So it would be... I can't wait, actually, for the women's leagues to be brought in, and, you know, sort of play around with that, and especially when you can bounce between different leagues as well. You can bounce between the women's and the men's. That'd be great. I'm hoping that's how it works anyway. I need Jamaica in the game. That would be fun. Jamaica would be fun. It would be so cool to have it. Yeah, no, I agree. It would be cool, and I think it definitely would be on their radar. The only benefit is, I guess, people make extensions. Like, this is an extension. Like, the Maltese League isn't naturally in this game. But, oh, Manu, my old man, I miss you. I miss you so much, Manu. Can't believe you wouldn't come home to me. I'm honestly not a fan of the women's leagues. From what I saw, it's a big reason why international football isn't in the game. I mean, it probably is a big reason, but I don't think you should blame the addition of the women's leagues on the fact that they're in there, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I don't think it should be based on that, if that makes sense. I'm a cool Jamaican myself. Mostly just want that would be fun. That would be fun. Like, Build a Nation saves, unfortunately, you're going to struggle to do those for the next year, but there's not much we can do to that. Bakakara got a win against the Montenegro team. So annoying. No, it's just, if they can't have both, why not leave it? And as is until you find... I get what you mean, but I do also... maybe this will be a kick up the backside because international football management needed a revamp anyway. So if they are taking it out, and then when it comes in, it's then back to what becomes something really interesting. Because I like international football, but it can become really boring, and you can't do an international football. It's not fun to do an international football save without managing a club alongside it. So if they need to revamp that, and if taking it out means that you can then revamp it, that'll make it a lot better, I think. Considering one of our best players was recent. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying, Subatomic. I know it hasn't been the best, but for who do play it like myself, I find it fun as well. But you can't do it without playing with a club, and that's not realistic. Yes, I do remember the Mikel Antonio car crash. I just wasn't sure if it was anyone else. My brain is currently not working in the sense of the rest of football. My brain is currently working in trying to get this team to not lose this game and be a competitive team. To be honest, I don't know too much about how West Ham, how that situation has gone down, to be fair. And I think there is, though. You can add a bit more to do with trainings. You can add a bit more to do with how fast the game goes when you're not managing a club. I think there are things that you can do. They just need to work it out. There needs to be something more to it, because right now it can be fun, but it's not that fun. Like, you are actively simming a lot of the game, and the game does take a while to simulate. So I do think it needs a revamp quite desperately. I just don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but I think it desperately does need a revamp. Right, we're going into this game. I think we just go the exact same as what we did last time. Defensive, play for those set pieces, see what we can do. It's going to suck, not being able to call up my own Wonder Kings way too early. See, that's it, though. That's something I get why, how fun that would be. For me, I don't, I like to play international management as if I'm the manager and I'm picking the best teams and I'm trying to be the best. Yeah, I mean, I kind of get it from their side, because you don't want to pay a player who's not fit enough, this, that, and the other, but I get from the other side that is just horrible, if that makes sense. So I get it both ways. Right, come on, boys. Away from home. If we get, our aims is just to be competitive, but if we can somehow scramble something together. I remember winning the World Cup with Kosovo and Albania, having my son at 15 playing them up. See, that is fun. That is actively fun. But ultimately, you're having fun by using your club to make international management fun. So you're not enjoying international management as on its own thing. You're enjoying it because of the club. So they need to make it so you can enjoy it as your club. Do you get what I mean? Without the club, you need to just enjoy international management, and that's currently not what it is. Oh, Subatomic. It always happens. It always happens. So prove them wrong. Atalanta, Atletico, Seville. Yeah, you're having a whale of a time over there. You're about to have a horrible few games. Right. Here we go. Come on, Valletta. Come on, Valletta. I don't know how in the world we're going to do this, but come on, Valletta. We've only got one player different to the last time, and it's a much better player. We're managing to control possession, which is exactly what we want to do. Because I do not mind if everything holds out. I really don't. I thought... you know what I mean? Clearly not. He's playing for these guys. You're gonna have to suffer a couple of losses, unfortunately, in your little run of games. Ultimately, that is a good half. I know that's the most boring game of football you guys are ever gonna watch, but that is brilliant, wonderful. I'm really enjoying this. Really happy with how we're dominating possession. Like that's what we need to do. Can we not start the next half with a highlight straight away? Oh, dear Lord. Oh, unless it's to us, then we can start with a highlight straight away. I do not mind that at all. Right, we've got the ball. Do not give away the ball. Do not give away the ball. Demange, yes. We've booted the ball up to nobody. That's not good. That's really not good. I hope they do more with YouTube. Yeah, I think that will come down the line. I do think that will come down the line. Muscat, gets it away, but... Oh, Moko's got it. Go on, Moko. Moko, into Sean. Sean. I don't mind it. Good. Well done, boys. Well done. As long as... First highlight to us in the game. I'll take that massively. If you'd offered me that at the start of the game, I would have been happy. No. Yes, get it away. Counter-attack. No. Get the ball. I'm happy for them to shoot from there. But Jesus. This is so tense. This is so tense. Over the bar. Thank you. Ah. Whoo. We're into the 70th minute. Do we need to make any changes? I don't know if we do. Our striker is not having a whale of a time, and I'm kind of in my head that Tunde's going to magically do something amazing, which I very much doubt, but I've just got in my head that Tunde is going to do something incredible out of nowhere. 7 at the back. No. Because all we need to do is be competitive. So ultimately, that's the expectations in this game. We've just got to work out how we're going to do this. A few of these boys aren't really playing very well. Maybe we do just change the striker. Maybe that's it. Formation looking like a dart. It literally is. It's a piercing of the defense is what we're hoping for. Moko with a brilliant challenge there. Unfortunately, wasn't enough. They've got the ball. They've managed to get it in. It's gone. It's blocked. It's gone. And it's gone into the back of the net. They've had like 3 chances in a row. That's just so annoying. So annoying. It was coming. So annoying that I thought we managed to get away with it, but they had like 3 chances in a row. I just don't like how formations like that actually work. Formations like that do exist. So it's not like there are teams that don't really have wide players. Flipping heck. Right. What in the world are we going to do here? Do we... maybe, to be fair, more likely to be Ryan Aseka, isn't it? We'll go to Ryan Aseka. We've got to go for it. You can be a centre midfielder. What do I want? So I want you as a shadow striker still on that side. And then one as an attacking midfielder, one as a runs playmaker. So I want that to happen. I want wing backs on attack. I mean, we've got to go for it. That's ultimately what we've got to do. We've got our best players on the pitch. There's not much really we can do. These are our best players. We've just got to go attacking. Stop playing for set pieces. Maybe we just take that off. Distribute quickly. Over the top of the defence. Improv 500k release cost. That's very good. That is very, very good. And then in terms of all of this, we can then have, when we're defending, we can just basically have 2 aerial defenders. Basically. So that one's full, and then we can have a tracker. There we go. And that's defensive, and then attacking. We've got 1 recovery defender. We can then have. Who the hell is this person? Is Muscat injured, or is I don't know what's going on there. And then and then make that work. Gideon. Let's see if this works. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, eh? Encourage them right towards the end. See what happens. I mean, I very much doubt we'll create anything, but it was worth throwing everything at it. They've got a cross, and it's gone over the bar. Do you know what? It's been a very good performance. If you had said I would only lose by 1 goal, I would have been very, very, very happy indeed. Very, very happy. Yeah, I mean, I would have been very, very happy. It's disappointing, but look, I mean, just that one chance alone, look. It was literally an entire XG. Because they had 2 chances in a row back to back, which were crazy. But I'm very proud. Very, very proud of the team. That's not even our best version of the team. And we still managed to produce a really, really good performance. Away from home as well. So, I can't really complain whatsoever. Really, really happy with that. Really, really happy. Well, as happy as you can be given the fact that we'd lost. But look at that. 85,000 for playing in the qualifying round. 128,000 for losing there. This is all brilliant. He vows to end goal drought. I mean, he won't, but we've earned a lot of money there for a lot of income, which is great to see. Prize money of over £300,000 of prize money, which is so good to see. I don't know where our expenditure is coming from, but because it literally just says other. So where is our expenditure coming from? It literally just says other. I don't get the joy of finding out what that is. But yes, it's a large amount of money. It would have been nice to have gotten to the next round, but ultimately it wasn't meant to be. And we will just have to deal with that a little bit. And then we can just hopefully skip past these friendly matches and get towards the new season. But yeah, it's disappointing overall, because obviously it would have been nice to have gotten to the next stage. But as I said, if you had said that I would only lose by 1 goal, I would have slapped your hand off a little bit. And the boys didn't really turn up. Like in the first game, like a lot of them did turn up, whereas in this one they didn't. So hopefully my 4-2-3-1 is good at breaking down defense teams. Yeah, I mean, hopefully so for yourself. Hopefully so. I mean, it's one of those you never know until you face those sides, do you? Like in this scenario, like if it works the first time, but the second time around it doesn't work, and there's nothing you can do about it. Sogo can go here. Yeah, Kassar is Maltese and better than Grimmer. I think we just release Grimmer. I mean, that is just what happens. I don't really want him around. Release on the free transfer. Bye-bye. So that he can go. Kind of want Daryl to go, but when it gets a bit touchy later on, it can be tough. Yeah, hopefully so, mate. Hopefully so. Right, let's bring these guys up. So we want, instead of them, and you. See, this is going to be my deep line playmaker, man. And then we've got these two then as my midfield options. Obviously, he can play defensive midfield, but he is my Zheng replacement. That is my Zheng replacement, thank the Lord. So we at least have a replacement for the man himself going into the season. And he's not great, so he is purely a backup man. So a lot of these are just purely backups, but that's ultimately our big signing to replace Zheng. And we don't really have a backup striker. That is another problem that we've got going into this season, is we don't really have a backup striker. I mean, I can try and have a look. Since if we lose a Real Madrid win, we'll drop second only. Yeah, but you are Real Betis, so a little bit of you know, and I'm sure you face them again, so you never know. Striker, we need an out of contract man. Yeah, every game is a must win until, yeah, exactly. Like, if you keep saying it, you're just gonna end up with loads of must wins, and that's just impossible. You can't keep that up. Right. Okay, we've got a load of decent strikers here. I mean, he's decent. He's decent. I mean, they're all going to be decent, aren't they? There's no way of really knowing. But yeah, there's going to be no way of knowing. These are probably the two best. Yeah, so these two are the two best by a country mile. And that's Terry and Pablo. Which just says a lot, really. Terry and Pablo going at it. Oh, we can only have 9 foreign players as well in the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can have 1 foreign player on our bench. Which would have to be Owenal or this guy. We can get a backup midfielder in Sadiq on our bench if we need to. So, and then we'll just have to have Songo as literally backup playing. Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a good day. We should be going for a little while. Well, I say a little while longer. We're literally going to go for like another hour. But we're closing in on the first games of the season. We're just currently reeling off the back of struggling in. It's going well. It's going well. We just got knocked out of the Conference League, so that was a bit of a disappointment. I say disappointment. We were very happy. We were against a much better side, but unfortunately we did lose. I was hoping to basically take it to extra time and penalties, but that wasn't meant to be. I mean, they're happy with being competitive because we were a little bit competitive, so that's good. Matches wise, the first one they were happy with, the second one less so, but ultimately still happier because of the performance against a much bigger team. So that's ultimately the situation we're in. So the finances for this month are going to be really good, but we're currently looking for like a possible backup striker. Is the situation we're in right now. Oh, that's good, Subatomic. That's really good. See, you can literally have other teams fail around you, so it's not too bad for you. Maybe Pablo's the better shout. I don't really know. We got Terry and Pablo, and we can possibly get. Can we compare with Terry? Perfect. But yeah, the save is going well. Like, the fact that we qualified for Europe was huge, and we kind of need to do the same next year, because there's that, like, having 300,000, like, even losing in the first knockout round, like qualifying round, that is 300,000 that we have managed to get, which stops us from going into the red by 300,000. So ultimately, we're going to profit off of a month that we really shouldn't be profiting off, and in the long term that's going to prove to be good. We do need to have a good cup run. The cup runs do help, but that's kind of the only way we can get money. Prize money is huge. Prize money is massive, and the only way we can do so is by doing well in the league, well in the cup, and just qualify. If we can do well in the league and the cup, we can qualify for Europe every year, and that stops us from going into the red, which keeps me in my job. That's basically all we need. Okay, so Terry is actually much better in terms of technicals, other than technique. In terms of mentals, I don't really care about mentals that much. And in terms of physicals, a couple are going the other way. But ultimately, it looks like Terry's the man. What's the Maltese League like? So the Maltese League is made of 14 teams. Bottom 2 go down. 12 go into the relegation playoff. Top go into the playoff for the Europa League. And then 2, 3, and 4 go into the playoff for the Conference League. So we came 4th last time, so we qualified for that. I hope, and like, I didn't realise we'd gone up in the world in terms of competition reputation. Isn't that lovely? But anyway, yeah, so basically it's all riding on 4th. The issue is, if you look at the preview, ignore this, we are not second favourites. That's an absolute lie. Just everyone's not bought their teams yet. Because everyone's in a fight. Basically, because you're in a constant financial crisis in this league, every season you are having to get rid of players left, right, and centre. So, like, as you can see here, Hamrun have a bunch of the players in the best Dream 11. And yet, Hamrun are 4th. We are 2nd, but only have 2 players. It doesn't work like it. So that's why it's a bit of a lie. Berkakara have won the league and then have come 2nd. And then you've got Floriana, who are one of the favourites for the league every year. I don't know why they're put as 6th. And then they won it last year. So it's usually competitive between Berkakara, me, this team that I can't pronounce, Floriana, and Hamrun are usually the teams you got to watch out for. And then every year, one of the best of the rest decide to disrupt everything. And it's already difficult because you're already competing with 5 teams for 4 places. But yeah, it does become quite difficult in that sense. But yeah, so it's a decent league. I do enjoy the league. I think it is tough, but I do like it. Let's try and approach Terry. Can we have you as a regular starter? Yes. 500. Okay. Well, we'll try and lower you. We're going to qualify him for the conference. I don't mind that being a little bit higher. And then lower a couple of these. down. And I want that as 15 goals. No. I want it as 15 goals. I don't even care. Update on the best game. We won 3-0. See? You didn't need to worry. Yes! There we go. So we've managed to get... So that hopefully that'll be a good striker. We're then below the wage budget, which is good, because that work within the wage budget is one of our goals, and I haven't really done that as of late. So I think that will put us in a really good position. We'll have a backup striker. Everyone will be happy. And we can't really complain then, you know. So yeah, so ultimately getting that extra striker, because Samuel was not great. We had him last year. He was really bad. The only benefit is the fact that Chesney's still going around. He's only 35, Jesus. But basically, Samuel was rubbish last year. So we were going to get rid of him. And then he was willing to take a £400 pay cut. And we said yes. So he was on £800 a week. Now he's on £400 a week. So we were like, absolutely, we'll take you. Last season he scored 5 goals in 14 starts. It wasn't great. And then he appeared off the bench like 8 times. It really wasn't good. But so that's why I do feel like we do need a backup. But that's fine. So we'll ultimately, we can then work out what the team looks like as the year goes on. But the difficulty with the Maltese League is you're only allowed 9 foreign players in the entire first team squad. And as we all know, Malta as a country aren't very good. So I can't believe that is my first team squad I've just sent to face them. And they've only won 4-3 against a team that were in the amateur league. That's embarrassing. But ultimately, what I'm hoping for is that these friendlies are meant to develop a decent amount of income. All of them are due to be profit for us, so we can hopefully generate profit into the new season. And then all of the reds that we face throughout the season isn't so bad. Because we've had so many greens at the start of the season. It's one of the difficulties with this kind of save is you are consistently managing money. You're managing expectations and money, and you're having to balance that out of expectations and money. And right now, I've been outperforming expectations, so it's not been too bad. Terry's come into the squad, so that's very, very good. I'm very happy that we've got Terry. Are the fans happy we got Terry? Hoping he can score a few goals. Good. I'm glad they like Terry. Because I like Terry, so I'm glad they like Terry. Carlos can get 21. This guy can get number 7. Terry can get number 9. Sogo can get number 1. And this guy can get number 35. Isn't that lovely? Then squad registration. He can be our final foreign player that's allowed in the registration. So yeah, so you literally are trying to get foreign players to improve the squad, but you can't play all of the foreign players. So it just ends up in a real vicious cycle where you're not really sure where you stand. So yeah, it can be tough. It can be really, really tough. But you sort of make do. You do sort of make do as best you can. But last season we did really good. We outperformed expectations. So we're a year ahead of where we should be. So basically, this season was supposed to be the season where we were supposed to qualify. And then just continue qualifying. So we've managed to do that a year early, so we're hoping to get the financial damage better than what we have done. But yeah, literally just reach the latter stages of the trophy is just the quarterfinals, and every year I'm pretty sure we've reached the quarterfinals. Maybe we didn't last year, actually. No, we didn't, because we fell apart. I remember that now. We fell apart at the very, very end, which was devastating for us. I didn't appreciate it. Really didn't appreciate it. Yeah. Conference League. It's a shame I'm not in it anymore. What would it have been? Who would we have faced? That's a great question. I would love to have known the team. I mean, there's too many. I can't keep up. So let's go. This is the easier way to find out. Lokomotiva, which is a Croatian team. So we really would have been screwed at that point. we really would have been screwed. Kilmarnock was in this as well. Like, there's so many good teams. Oh my god, the team that I faced beat them. Look at this. Look, see, we did well. We did well against that team. Don't know why I'm convincing anyone else. Everyone knows I did well against that team. I don't know what I'm trying to convince. Right, let's use suggested squad. It's just that's all I usually do for these. Oh, Neil's rejected St. Lucia, has he? That's what I like to see. I didn't really care if he... Well, I did care if he went because he is Maltese. And I need as many Maltese people as possible. But we hopefully everything should be set for this year, where we're all happy and we could just slowly just push the boat. We don't have as many superstars as we did last year. We had Manu last year. Manu was amazing for us. But at a time of financial crisis, Manu wanted a pay rise. And that was just not possible. So we had to say goodbye to Manu. Manu is currently not got a club. So poor Manu has made the wrong choice, hasn't he? But we've got one less superstar than we did last year. But the overall squad, I think, is better. I think our youth players are starting to develop now. Where we're in a better position in that sense. Sadiq getting a lot of assists. Like, Sadiq is one of them. Is one of the young, exciting talents. Like, yes, he's only 1 star. But ultimately, if we can just get him to 2 stars, I'll be a very happy man. Because we've got a lot of youth players at 1 star currently. So we just need them to go up a little star or 2 would be nice. If they could do that. I'm so glad we got Terry. Terry's technically better than Sadiq, which is interesting to know. Not Sadiq, sorry. More better than Samuel. I knew the name began with an S. So because he's better, that means I can rotate them too, which is what I did last year. But I paid over the odds for the guy last year because I was desperate. I'm pretty sure I signed the guy on like transfer deadline day. I was really desperate. This year I planned everything out a lot better. So overall we're in a better position than we were last year going into the season. Let's use the suggested squad again. And kind of want to see what Terry can do. I'm tempted to just nickname him Terry. Because that's all I'm going to call him is Terry. So I'm not going to call him anything else. Yes, Nico's completed his language course. That's great because he is one of our stars. We needed this man last year. We desperately needed this man last year. So if he can do the same this year, brilliant. But no, it's good that he's in a very good situation. I forgot, we've also got an affiliate club, but the affiliate club do not trust us. So, unfortunately. Our affiliate club hate us. They won't let anyone out on loan. Like, Ascoli are our affiliate club. They will not let anyone on loan to us because I peed them off last year. Because I brought in a couple of players. and they were like, "You're not playing them enough," and I was like, "Well, tough." And that was kind of how the conversation sort of went. It really, unfortunately, that is how the conversation went. Who the hell is this guy? The right back scored. See, again, another 1-star man. Like, we've got a lot of 1-star ability people. He scored twice. Jesus, Mary wept. And as you can see into the chat there from the lovely chat bot that's pretending to be me, you can go and follow my Twitter there if you want to keep up with my stuff. The links will be going into the chat throughout the stream. They will, they'll be going in throughout the stream for everything. So for my Twitter, for my Instagram, and for my TikTok. Basically anything that's not here. What team do I support? I support Liverpool. So, but as I sort of said earlier, I'm more of a football fan than I am anything else. So I will just happily just enjoy football. Like support Liverpool. I follow my dad. I follow my dad. Who's a fellow Liverpool fan. So I was a very, very happy man this year, to say the least. Very, very happy man. Because it stops everyone saying, "Oh, you only won it during the pandemic," which is complete and utter poppycock, but it's not the point. No one would let it live down, so I'm glad we finally got rid of it. But yeah, you support Rangers. Got you. I did a Rangers. Funnily enough, what ended up actually, because I've only just returned to streaming. So when I first began streaming, it was a Rangers save, and it was the Rangers save that actually got me more people. It got more people into my streams, and and that was sort of during the pandemic, and it was actually that Rangers save that started everything off for me, which is a nice little fact for you. So I do have a very much soft spot for Rangers, that is for sure. Looks more adaptable, less sporting on the pitch. That's fine, but Cardona again, another one on 1 star. Just can we get all these youngsters off of 1 star, please? Start developing them properly. Would be nice, but instead that's not the case. It's not what's happening. Oh, I'm glad to hear you beat Atalanta. Subatomic. I'm glad to hear that. Squad to be decided. Oh boy. So we can put a couple of these youth players in, because you have to put the youth players in, unfortunately. I can't believe Joseph's done really well, and so that's a guy I've got to keep an eye on. Maybe I've got to make sure he's in mentoring groups if I haven't done so already. Let's just make sure. Let's just make sure we got Joseph. Have we got Joseph? We do not have Joseph, so let's make sure we got Joseph. And then we can into mentoring, assign groups, and I'm sure Joseph will end up in one. Perfect. Perfect. Muscat can then teach him a few things, which is great to see. That's what we want to see. There's just more and more of these guys coming in. And the dynamics are good. Like, bear in mind, like, the team cohesion is good and the club atmosphere is good, despite the fact that we've had to rip this team apart. The hierarchy is great to see. Like, we just need a couple more people to raise up. Like, the highly influential players is good. We just need bump ups, basically. But the core social group, that's great to see. We've only got 1 or 2 people outside of it, so we're like this. The club, which was all in different, like, it's really hard to explain. They're all in like different parts, You know, like everything was disjointed. That's what I was looking for. Everything was disjointed when I first came in. So the fact that we've actually got a bit of stability is really good to see. I'm really liking this Joseph guy. He's really impressed in that one friendly. And he's training well. If we can carry on, this would be great. Because we need all of these youth players to come through. So they can sort of be the Maltese players in my squad. Like, that's what's happened this year. So last year I really struggled for Maltese players. This year the youth players have developed enough where they can sort of be my backup players. Which means we're in a much better situation than we were in. Thank the Lord. Squad numbers. Has everyone got their preferred numbers? They do. Other than the one goalkeeper, but that's because he's not my first choice goalkeeper, so he's not getting number 1. Sorry, it's not happening. But yeah, so luckily for us, we're in a nice, happy situation. We're into the final couple of friendlies now. Then we've got one of our rivals. This is like the other thing I've had to contend with. Is if I go to supporters, they want us to be competitive with Floriana, be competitive with Berkakara, finish above Hibernians, and finish above Slimania. I really am terrible at pronouncing these names. But, like, Hibernians and Slimania are, like, last year, if I go to stages, like, last year was fine. It was really easy to do, was to finish above them. So, but that's something else I have to contend with. Because for the last couple of years, it was finish above Berkakara, but Berkakara have been the best team in the league for 2 years. So it became really, really difficult. We've lost. They're a Serie D team. That's great. I'm glad we're losing to these teams. Always good to see. I mean, it is because I'm not managing them. Have I changed? Oh! That would explain it, wouldn't it? Oh, that's really funny. No wonder we've been going defensive against all of these teams. Whoopsie daisy. I'm glad I noticed that before the final friendly. You know, that could have been quite entertaining. But yeah, we should get to one game today, which would be good. It would be good to get to one game. Look at all these contracts. Oh my god. Oh, they're horrible. They're so horrible. That will become a next year problem. That's what it became. It was, we get to the end of next year and then we'll sort them all out. And just hope none of them get snapped up early. Which is what happened. A couple of players got snapped up really early. But you just got to sort of deal with that. And just hope that they don't. A lot of this type of save is just hoping. It's just praying that nothing happens. Praying that no one, like, literally no one gets bothered or whatever. So, first loss of the season. We're forward to a defeat against Atletico Madrid. I mean, you could have lost to someone worse, that is for sure. So, you know, at least, you know, at least it was to a good team. That is for sure. It was much better than losing to a rubbish one. Right. We're getting very, very close now. A couple of our youngsters, a couple of our first teamers, sorry, are playing in the youth ones just to get a bit of. Oh, Jake. Why am I offering Jake for? As a party. I mean, he'll just be fine performing in that for a year. That's fine. And then we can change that. That's a youth player as well. We're giving a lot of youth players chances. 1-0 up at half time. but then they turned it around. Fortunately, that does happen, annoyingly. Oh, we're into the third knockout round now. Jesus Christ. Right. Have they managed to... Have we got any Maltese teams in this still? Or did Berkakara get eliminated? Because that could have very much happened. And also, I want to know if the team that faced me are still here. Because that will make me feel a little bit better. I actually can't see a single thing. So... Oh no, they're out. They're out. Berkakara are out as well. Jesus. So... all representation from our teams is gone. Absolutely gone. What we can do, though, is we can check how Floriano are doing. So they're in the Conference League Champions path. Because they lost in the first... Oh, wait. So they lost in the Champions League first qualifying path. So then they've gone into the... Then they went into this... Conference League path, and now they're in the Conference League path again. So, and they're facing a Northern Irish team, and then is that it? Is that then it? And then they go into the Conference League. So that's sort of what happened last time. It very much seems like the team that win the league are able to actually progress, and then the team that don't really struggle, which I mean makes sense. When you actually think about it, it does make a lot of sense. So. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting season. I'm really not... I was confident going into last season that I could do something special. And I really thought I was going to. At one point, it looked like I could possibly even win the league. And then I had a few bad results on it when we dropped off. Sadiq scoring again. Nico scoring again. Samuel scoring a couple of times. That's good to see. So, yeah, I'm less confident, but I'm more confident in terms of the cup competitions, rotations, stuff like that. So it's really 50-50 going into the season. Really is. Right, now we've got our first game coming up. Let's clear all of these. And I can we quick pick? There we go. So, here we go. The quick picks worked. This is basically, to be fair, this is pretty much the team that I wanted, just bar a couple of positions. I'm very confused by it. Don't know, mate. Don't know. I cannot answer that one for you. Right. Sogo's gonna have to go off. When it comes to our bench, so our first team's pretty much right. Then when it comes to our bench, we're gonna have Samuel on it. Can we have two of them on it? We cannot. So that's gonna be fun to see. We might have to make a couple of changes, but that's ultimately who we would have wanted. We want Cardona. We want Sadiq. Who else do we want? We want Archie. We want Grimmer. And we want Neil. That's who we want. And then... yeah, and then he would have been there. Sadiq would have been there. And that's it. That would basically be our team. So, unfortunately, that cannot happen. So, I mean, that guy is very good. I'm trying to work out our situation. Again, our midfield is packed with too many foreign players. It always happens though. So one player is going to have to miss out. And given the fact that Samuel scored a couple of goals, I'll put him in first. And we'll just have to deal with... I mean, I don't really want to put Peter in. The person I actually want is... I mean, he is good. Where is the Tunde? I want Tunde on my bench. do I want Tunde on my bench or do I want the striker on my bench? Because there's centre back. Oh, actually, the right back, the really good right back that we've just discovered, he can go in instead of the new guy that we signed, and then instead of Tunde, because what we can do is we can promote Tunde to the squad, and then Peter is 18 in Maltese. He can go back down because I would much prefer Tunde. There we go. And then looking at it, Terry can then go up here onto the bench, and I'm much happier with that being my bench because there's at least a few players who can actually do something, who I can trust. Oh dear Lord, this is a lot harder than I thought. He's not in any mentor. Maybe he's just decided to learn it himself, you know. He's decided to go rogue. Oh dear Lord. Yeah, I mean, overall, we're in a good position. They're like, this first team I'm really happy with. Then we've got Terry on the bench. We've got a few different people. And then we've got a load of these guys who I'm looking forward to using then, which is good to see. Captain for the season. Now, this is actually important. I think we do go with... because I don't know who I wanted last time, but I didn't select who I wanted. I don't really want Sean. I want it to be Vega. That's what I want. I want it to be Moko and Vega. And because ultimately they're going to play every single game for us. That's what we're going to do, because ultimately that's who is our best players. Those are who our best players are. We've got to stick with that and really just hammer that home. That these are our players. They're going to carry us throughout the season. And we can see where we go from there. Because as much as I like Sean, I'm just not convinced. I'm really not convinced with Sean. He's a good player, but I just think Vega and Moko, they're just our players. They're important to us. The only issue with Vega and Moko is they are both foreign, and I probably maybe should have had a Maltese player, but you know, that's probably overthinking it, let's be honest. I can't believe we're starting the season against a team that are our rivals. Just straight up, just here's your rivals. You're starting off strong. I'm just hoping we can start strong enough where I feel calm, relaxed, and happy. If we can get off to that very good start. I mean, they're trying to pinch Neil. I don't want Neil to go. Honestly. It's not really what I want. So units mentoring. And there we go. So Terry is currently teaching Sadiq and Jake, which is really funny to see. But yeah, I'm liking this. I don't know why that bottom mentoring group is literally pointless. All the others I'm happy with, but I don't really make them myself. I just like having mentoring groups. I like them all learning off of each other beyond the pitch. I'm really happy with my squad though this time. Last time it was literally that first 11 or bust, and we got very lucky that we got no real injuries throughout the season. And if we did, it was to the one or two positions that we actually had replacements for. So we were very, very lucky in that sense. Very, very lucky. But this year, I actually feel like if we got an injury, even if we had to play one of the kids, I feel way more confident with that. Moko's made good progress. He's now able to speak basic Maltese. has only basic grasp. Yeah, I do want him to keep going with learning all of these all the languages. Vega can get a 1 minute an extension of his contract. That's good. Homegrown status, the due date. Oh, this is important because all of these players getting their due date for the club homegrown status this year is huge because we do not have any. And when it comes to squad registration, especially for Europe, you need that. So, I mean, it'd be quite good if we can get that. And then that puts us in a much stronger position going into next year, because there were certain people we couldn't register because of that rule. I mean, it wasn't many, it was just 1 or 2. So, but if we can register those couple of players that have grown into the club, we'll then be in a much stronger position going forwards. The sad realities are is I'm getting really into the save as the new game's about to come out. Which is quite funny. See, I wanted them to be the other way around, but it seems like they both suit. Like, to be fair, he's just the better player than him, but he is my wide player. He's way more my defensive player. Like, is how I sort of look at it. Yeah, like going into a deep line playmaker. I mean, he is better at something. Maybe I do switch him. I don't really know. To be honest, my brain's frazzled, completely frazzled going into this first game of the season. Neil keeps rejecting them. This is what I like to see. I'm not having to offer Neil anything, and he's a happy man. Cardona keeps performing well in training, which is good to see. As I said, we're literally going to have just a bunch of like Maltese players just slowly coming through, which would be so good. Slima have already lost. That's good for us because it means the fans won't be unhappy with us straight away. But this is going to be our first league game of the season. We've had obviously the Europa League, I keep saying Europa League, but it's the Europa Conference League games. We keep having, so we've had those. We've now got the first game in the Premiership to start the new season off. I mean, everyone's expecting a win. To be honest, even I'm expecting a win. So, Berkakara and Hamrun as the first game of the season is horrid. For them, not for me. Great for me. Let's go into this one though. They're saying to go cautious. I don't want to go cautious. I do want to start Terry, but Samuel did score a couple in his, like, he did do one in a couple of the friendlies, so I want to give him the time of day. And then Terry's on the bench to sort everything else if everything goes wrong. But we've got so many backups here. It's so good to see. We've got a really, really good squad now. The squad is so much better. I cannot emphasize enough how happy I am with this squad. Right, let's go into this. And Joseph can get the number 23. And then we can go into this one. Our first league game of the season. This is incredibly important for us. We want revenge on them from last time. That's great to see. But the rivalries are important. Let's see what we can do. In the first league game of the season, we are yellows, which is important to point out. Paber's got the ball. We've already got the ball straight away, and we can see these new boys, see what they've learnt over pre-season together, and see whether we can get a really good start to this league season Vega's running forwards, then backwards, then forwards again. But this is good to see. This is the kind of football I want to see. I want to see us keep this possession, keep moving forwards, keep just progressing this ball slowly up the pitch, and just confidently have the ball. Sean's got it. Oh, and it's a tackle, and it's a penalty. And the first game of the season, we've got a penalty. Who's stepping up? I don't even know who our best penalty taker is. Muscat's got it. And it's saved. Right, we're changing penalty takers first already. We're already changing penalty takers. Muscat's supposed to be our best one, but he was our best one on the pitch. That's annoying. Right. Brilliant. So Muscat's actually our best one. Then it's Paber. But I would be way more confident with Paber stepping up than Muscat. And then it's probably Samuel. Brilliant. Brilliant. So the first game of the season, we've already had a penalty miss. See, that's what Zheng... The thing is with Zheng, and what Zheng will never get credit for, is that Zheng was the man who, whenever he stepped up, I truly believed that ball was going in the back of the net. When Muscat stepped up, I did not believe that ball was going in the back of the net. Whereas Zheng, just, it didn't matter what scoreline it was, what sort of pressure you would possibly be under, Zheng would always deliver. He literally never missed. It was magnificent to watch every single time. Vega's got the ball. Vega is very confident down this right-hand side. He's provided so many assists for us over the couple of years. Sean Paber, and that's brilliant by Sean. Sean is someone who literally just, like, he struggles a lot in that attacking midfielder spot to really, I don't know, I wouldn't say generate momentum, but he's someone who struggles to really make an impact, and just that extra little bit of fight to get that ball over the top for Paber is brilliant. And we're 1-0 up, despite the fact that we missed a penalty. We are 1-0 up, and that is great to see. Berkakara are losing. That is very interesting indeed, given the fact that they've been so good for the last couple of years. But ultimately, this first half is going very much in Valletta's favour, and I'm very, very happy with that. Berkakara have equalised, which I sort of expected. This will be their first chance of the entire game, and there we go. We've managed to get the save. I was a bit concerned that their first chance they were going to score, because they hadn't had one yet. But luckily, we've managed to deal with it. Have we managed to deal with it? I mean, it very much felt like we hadn't. That's exactly what happened in the Conference League game, was the fact that we didn't. I thought we had dealt with it and dealt with the issue, but we really hadn't. Samuel, he should have passed it on. He should have looked over his shoulder. Sean was going. Sean was following him in, but unfortunately, he didn't see it. And we do go in though, half time, 1-0 up. Very, very happy with that. Again, happy with how we've dominated possession. This is the first game of the season. I don't really want to criticise them for anything, especially given the fact that we're winning. Like, any sort of win in the first game of the season is positive. You know, the first game's always the hardest, especially with so many new players in our squad. We've got to be careful. Vega's gone for it. He nearly scored, to be fair. He forced a save, which gives us a corner, but we very rarely score corners, especially after a chance. You never really score a corner after a chance. But we rarely score corners. We are consistently told by my assistant to play for set pieces, and we never score from them. So that's why quite often I ignore it, because Paber's very good at taking them, but for whatever reason I just think our routines aren't very good. That was a concerning chance. I did not like that chance at all. They're starting to get back into this game a little bit. Quite like a second goal. Just add a bit of cushion for us, so we don't have to be concerned with what's going on. Sean's got it. Sean is actually having a very good game here. Puts it back to Moko, who puts it over to Vega. I love when our fullbacks switch. And Vega scores. and Moko switches it to Vega, and Vega just runs in. Brilliant goal by our fullbacks, all created by our fullbacks, who are so good. Like, there's a reason why I wanted them as captain and vice captain. They are just so good. They are the core of this team, despite the fact that they are literally our only, they're the only things that provide width for us. They're the only people that do. And yet they managed to just split teams apart without even trying. Muscat's having a terrible game, so we'll take him off. And we'll bring Terry on, which would be very good. And we can sort of see where we go from here. But ultimately, a really good start for us. A very good start to the season, which I'm very happy with. If we can just get another goal, I mean, like, the more goals the merrier. Like, just let's bring positivity into this team. I mean, ultimately, I want to keep a clean sheet as well. We didn't keep many of those. Well, kept a few last season, but not loads. Vega's got it again. Vega scored for the second time in this game. Really good. He just picks up the ball. He drives. He just drives with that ball because he's got so much freedom. They're so worried about our players in the middle that he gets so much space and he only has to drive past one or two people, and then he can drive that ball into the back of the net. Brilliant goal. 3-0. What a start to the season this is for us. And given the fact that we have 10 minutes left, let's bring on one of our youngsters. Who do we really want to bring on? I kind of feel like we want to bring on Sadiq today. I would bring on the right back, but Vega's currently on a hat-trick, so I don't really want to do that. just in case that somehow our right back scores a hat-trick, which I very much doubt he will. But there is one more chance in this game. Maybe it's to us if we can get the ball. We've managed to put a tackle in, but we've not managed to get the ball, and it's gone over the bar, and I feel like that is going to be the end of the game. I don't feel like we're going to get any more chances. We don't get any more chances. 3-0. What a result that is against our rivals. I am very happy indeed. All of our star players sort of performing there. Brilliant performance. I'm very happy. What a start to the season that is. It's exactly what we needed. We needed to really needed to put a statement out there. Berkakara getting a very good win against Hamron as well, which is annoying because that just shows that Berkakara have not gotten worse since last season. Newly promoted Moster as well, getting a result. Good for them. But yeah, that is a huge result for us. Really big result. I was hoping it would take me to my inbox. It didn't. But yeah, turned dominance into victory. Really happy. A few debuts in there as well. Superb in front of goal. Vega, absolutely well done. Very happy that you did that there. And then if we go into this, it's going well. It's going well. Like, obviously we've just started a new season, so it'd be interesting to see how we sort of do. But that first game is huge for us. Really is huge, because that's against our arch rivals. So there's a reason both are really happy. Like, there's a reason that they're buzzing for us. Like, they're happy to get over our arch rivals, and everything is positive, bar the fact that Samuel struggled in front of goal again. So I'm really happy with that. We should be getting a draw for the second round of the trophy soon enough. I don't know when that will be, but we should be getting that soon enough. But ultimately, that does bring an end to the stream. So thank you very much for joining. What I will do is, for the people on Twitch, I will bring you guys over somewhere else. And raid somebody, so do show them love when I eventually do. If you do have any suggestions, if there is any of your favourite creators streaming currently, do let me know, and I will send you over there. But yeah, so thank you to those on YouTube who've tuned in. Thank you to those on Twitch who've tuned in. I very much do appreciate it. It's been very nice to actually get back into streaming Football Manager again. It's one thing I absolutely love to do, so to be able to do it, I'm very happy. So yeah, let me add to the same category as us, and then I've got to find someone who is currently streaming in English, because that's ultimately what you tuned in for. So we can see who else is streaming. Okay, there's this guy with about the same amount of viewers. Actually, he doesn't have a very good camera or anything. I do apologise for this taking a while. I do very much apologise. I'm just trying to scroll through and see who's going at the moment. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna send you to this guy. He might not be any good. If he's not any good, I do apologise. If he is, well, have fun. Actually, see, every time I think of sending you to somebody, there is something that massively puts me off about them, and I hate that. I hate that. I really, really do. Yeah, I mean, do you know what? I'm just gonna send you to the only guy who actually looks like he's got decent stuff. So I'll send you over. We'll start the raid. We'll send you all over, and ultimately, just send some love, follow, etc. And then, yeah, just enjoy